What if the most destructive war in human history did not begin with a master plan, but with hesitation, with pride, with leaders who believed war was unavoidable and therefore unstoppable? What if millions did not die because they wanted war, but because no one dared to stop it? One gunshot, one wrong decision, one chain reaction, and the world walked into fire. This is the story of World War I. Not just how it started, but how humanity failed to stop it. A world pretending to be at peace. At the dawn of the 20th century, the world looked confident. Cities were growing. Technology was advancing. Empires believed they were unstoppable. Europe called itself civilized. But beneath the surface, it was preparing for slaughter. Every major power feared the same thing, being weaker than its enemy. So they armed themselves, relentlessly. Factories no longer produced for comfort. They produced for destruction. Railways were designed not for people, but for armies. Peace existed only on paper. The dangerous mindset of the era. By 1914, war was no longer seen as tragedy. It was seen as inevitable. Military leaders believed war would be short. Politicians believed war would solve problems. Young men believed war would bring glory. No one truly understood what modern weapons could do, and no one wanted to be the first to step back. The four forces that pushed the world over the edge: 1. Militarism, when power meant survival. Nations measured strength by the size of their armies. Germany expanded rapidly. France prepared for revenge. Russia mobilized millions. Britain ruled the seas. Weapons improved faster than diplomacy. The message was clear. If war came, only the strongest would survive. 2. Alliances, the trap that locked the world in. Europe divided itself into armed camps. Promises were signed. Obligations were sworn. If one nation fell, others would rise with it. These alliances were meant to keep peace. Instead, they made war uncontrollable. A local conflict could now ignite the entire continent. 3. Imperialism, empires that could never have enough. Land meant power. Resources meant dominance. Africa, Asia, and the Middle East became chessboards for European ambition. Every gain by one empire felt like a threat to another. Competition replaced cooperation. And resentment never faded. 4. Nationalism, pride turned into obsession. Nations believed they were superior. Ethnic groups demanded independence. Empires struggled to hold control. Nowhere was this more dangerous than the Balkans. A region filled with anger, memory, and revenge. Europe's powder keg. The spark that set the world ablaze. June 28, 1914. Sarajevo. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian Empire, arrived on a symbolic visit. To some, he was royalty. To others, he was oppression. A young nationalist pulled the trigger. 2 lives ended. And history changed forever. At first, the world barely reacted. Assassinations had happened before. But this time, everything was connected. The days that destroyed peace. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia. Germany promised support. An ultimatum was issued, designed to be rejected. Serbia agreed to almost everything. Almost was not enough. War was declared. Then the alliances activated like falling dominoes. Russia mobilized. Germany declared war. France prepared for battle. Belgium was invaded. Britain entered the conflict. Within days, Europe was at war. Within weeks, the world followed. No one could stop it now. The great illusion. Soldiers marched with confidence. Crowds celebrated. Banners waved. They believed the war would be over by Christmas. They were wrong. Very wrong. When war stopped moving, the front lines froze. To survive, soldiers dug into the ground. Trenches stretched for hundreds of miles. Between them, mud, wire, death. New weapons turned courage into helplessness. Machine guns erased charging soldiers. Artillery shattered landscapes. Poison gas stole breath itself. Battles lasted months. Progress was measured in meters. Casualties were counted in hundreds of thousands. This was not heroic war. This was industrial slaughter. The cost no one expected. By 1915, the truth was undeniable. This war would consume everything. Economies collapsed. Civilian lives were shattered. Entire generations were erased. Empires that had ruled for centuries began to crack. And the world realized too late. There was no easy way out. Why World War I matters. This war did not just kill millions. It destroyed faith in leadership. It rewrote borders. It planted the seeds for even greater destruction. World War II, modern warfare, global instability, all trace their roots back to this moment. A war born from fear, fueled by pride, and allowed by silence. Conclusion: when the world stepped into flames, World War I was not inevitable. It was chosen, step by step, by leaders who believed war was safer than compromise. One gunshot started it, but human failure sustained it. The world did not fall into war. It walked into fire, and history has never been the same. If this video helped you understand how the world changed forever, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more powerful war and military history videos. Your support keeps this channel alive. And tell us in the comments, where are you watching from? Your voice matters. The past still speaks. The lessons still warn. And history is never finished.